where's my face? There it is. Hello, welcome everybody. How are we all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome from a miserable Great Britain, London, England. Horrible, yucky, cold, rainy, wet, miserable weather today. How are we all doing? Who do we have in the chat? We got Maz, Eric, Christopher, Heisenberg, Supreme Bit, Mark, LM, Phil, Mark, Roynet, yeah. Mohammed, Tom's Diners here. Cool, okay, welcome everybody. I think my head's a little bit small now from, let's do it like that. Stephen, I recently moved from Watford to Spain. Nice. Lucky you. Lucky you. I am still here, stuck in London. I have not yet escaped the grasp of this awful country. But yeah, it's all good. Cool. All right. How's everybody doing today? So we've had a bit of a drop. I've actually quite enjoyed trading this, to be honest. Yeah, really quite enjoyed trading this morning. I completely forgot that it was 1 PM and I had to do a stream because I was just like in the zone, scalping little longs, closing out of them quickly, getting in on the next SFP, closing it again and quickly, that kind of thing. So there's been a few opportunities for this and still holding that head short as well. So it's like paying for these longs to be taken on the way down. So, yeah, we've just had, I mean, 2 SFPs of the lows. The first time we didn't take it on Bybit. Okay, so when we came down on Bybit inverse, we didn't come down and we didn't get the low here. Okay, you can see that was, did not quite take the low. And we were saying in the chat, we've been trading this along in trading chat with the crew today. So we have been following this move quite closely this morning. And yeah, we were just saying that it's still likely that we're going to come down and take it again. So yeah, the other thing that we also did was take out lows here on the S&P, which I've been waiting for quite some time as well. This is what we were going over the other day, having taken out this, or having not taken out this. I wasn't looking at this low here as being particularly important. Because it's just a bit of a spiky wick down. So I wasn't necessarily looking at that so much. It happened at the end of the day. It was one of those things. I was looking more at this one. And now we've come and taken that one out. For me, it represents a little bit of a better opportunity to see maybe if we can SFP this, because below here we do have liquidity. Whereas from this low to this low, there's just not a lot going on there. So I'm open to seeing this go for more downside, okay, to come into this 1 hour order block. That's about the closest structural support we have on this. But yeah, let's see how it goes, and let's continue to monitor. Let me pull some fibs to see where we're at on this, just to see. Yeah, so we had the 382 there, didn't hold, coming down to the 0.5, which gives you a bit of confidence with this, but again, yeah, that's what it is. The other thing to update on will be the DXY, okay, which has just hit into some resistance. So once again, every time we put in these areas, they are working, okay, so far, each time we've identified these blocks, on this occasion 4 hour back here, okay, 4 hour down here, this was a big daily one. So each time these have been working. So we'll see. A little bit higher if we come up to like 113.40, 113.4, the top of that, top of the channel, you got some stuff going on with those highs up there as well. So yeah, I'm open to a bit of a recovery today, but I'm going to see how things go. At the moment, I'm literally just scalping longs and nothing much more than that. So I am long from 20,025. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Cool. Back onto Bitcoin. So we're back into daily open. I've already done this once. So I've already taken profit at daily open once here. And I've taken the same trade yet again off of this low. So it was like a, okay, cool, we took it there. There's your 0.5%. Okay, cool, I've taken another one here. There's my 0.5%. I'd like to see a test back to Monday lows and to see if we can get back inside this and looking at this as more of like a double bottom deviation of these lows, which should then give us enough power to go and threaten those highs above here. So let's see how this goes. I would prefer, yeah, you know what, at this stage I'm not going to take profit on this one because otherwise I'm just taking the same trade. I'm going to see if we can get towards Monday low here. That would be a clear take profit for me, potential short back into daily open. At that point daily open will have been reclaimed, so that's kind of nice, and then we can be looking at this maybe, or we do have New York Open very, very soon. So do we go and take the lows once more and do 3 spikes down to the lows, taking out 20k and doing the same trade 3 times in a row? Maybe I can do the same trade 3 times in a row. I'm just thinking right now. We had the opportunity to do that yesterday. 3, yeah. Maybe I do that. Okay, I'm going to take profit here. I'm going to keep this one, though, because it's a nice entry for if we do go in SFP once more. I don't want to close out of it all, and then we go and claim daily open, come into Monday low. And we're looking at that. So I'm just going to take profit here, and then we will see if it can do one more move down. Also just a golden pocket. We're way too high for that. 786 maybe? What? Golden pocket of what? Of this? We've already done this, haven't we? And we've already got this below. Yeah. Okay. Ethereum, yeah, I have limit orders down there. So what I've been doing, and the thing is, it's an SFP of lows. Like what we had at this point here was the S&P. The S&P also did an SFP at the same time, so it was a really like fairly straightforward trade to take. This is what I was looking for. I'll bring up the chat because this will show you. So those of you not in the crew, come and have a look at what we've been doing this morning. Open up Discord. There we go. Let's bring this over here. Let's hide all the members. This is what we've been doing this morning. Okay, can everyone see clearly? So, where are we? So, saying here, SPX should take these lows. That's where my alerts are set. I took a long earlier on as well that did get stopped, so that was before we came down and started taking these lows. But since then, it's all been fairly nice, just SFPs of the lows. Then we were looking at this, yeah, SFP coming down, taking out the lows that we've just covered here. We were then inverse will likely come and take it. We're approaching 1 hour before New York Open, which is pivot time, and there was the lows taken on the S&P. That was where we got the long, and that is the order. Okay, so 20,025, and then just below that I've got some more limit orders down here. Okay, so this is just how I've been doing it. So I've just stacked some, let them fill, let them bounce, close out of it, let it come down again, stack some more, bounce, close out of it. So then I'm basically doing limit entries and exiting whenever I see an opportunity to do that. So that's what we've been doing this morning. It's been quite, I mean, it's an SFP of the lows, like quite significant lows from yesterday, and there's a lot of pressure going on in the market here. But as long as you don't start to see aggression after lows are taken, it's okay. Like just take it, just scalp it as a trade. I love taking little like SFP counter trend scalps because you can just do that. Just like, okay, there's people's stop losses. I'm going to set some limit orders there. I'm going to get in. I'm going to get out as quickly as possible because it is counter trend. It is a risk. Okay. But if you take lows and they're as significant as like this madness that we did yesterday, go for it. Just place some orders below people's stops and you'll be able to make some money off of other people's losses, which is what there's a risk obviously to it because it's counter trend, but you get the idea. So that's what I've been doing. What else to go over? So the other stuff, let's just do an overall like update on the market then. So we'll go back. I mean, I've just spoken quickly about these trades here. So we'll start from, actually, I've got something else to say. I never know quite what I'm going to talk about when I do this. Who wants to talk about yesterday's move? Is anyone interested in that? Because this was absolutely amazing. Like, really, really amazing. Look what he did. Defo going to get wrecked. Prob's going to get wrecked. Defo going to get wrecked. Taking out all of these stops. Good old man. There he is. He absolutely smashed it yesterday. Thank you, Fed, for giving us some such wonderful price action. And unfortunately, I was out when this happened. But it went according to plan. So I am going to bring back up Discord for just a moment. And you guys can just check out what the plan was for yesterday. So this was the daily update sheet that we do within the crew. There's another one for today, and I am eyeing a bit of upside. So if we can double bottom here, I am looking for a move up, and we'll cover that in just a sec. But my trading update yesterday, okay, was looking at, I know this is really small, people probably won't be able to see this, but it said the previous 3 occasions we have seen the market spike down when a hike has been announced, followed by a rally during the press conference. My preferred scenario is for a similar outcome today. I am looking for a push down to take out Monday low with a target of 20,175 before a move up, which can take us back up towards the 21k area. Okay, so that is what I was looking at, and this was the chart. Okay, so the move down into the MPOC and then the move up to take the local highs from this. And go back onto what we had there was the move down into the NPOC before the move up to take the local highs. So scalp long, short, and then we come and we do this stuff back down at the lows again. But realistically, for the actual volatility, down, up, done, over. And then the rest of the market just plays what it is. So yeah, it's quite nice. So that was really, really, really quite nice yesterday. But as I said, I wasn't actually around to trade that, so I can't say I made bank on this because I didn't trade it. But I know that a lot of people within the crew had the same idea. I know that we were covering this live, so Randall was covering it in voice chat with everyone in the crew. Similar ideas going on there. I know Luxury was looking at the same ideas, so it was very much crew confluence that we had at that level and or at those levels, and it played out really, really well. So congrats to anyone who managed to beat good old Jerome Powell here. He may have tried to shake us out, but we were the ones who did not get shaken out by that move. So that was yesterday, and that's the technical reason for it. Like, you see this happen quite often: spike down, rally, and then it just starts to slowly grind away. And I actually saw later on, when I got back home, I saw on Twitter, and somebody posted it. Who was it that posted this in the chat on Discord? I gotta give a shout out to BitBoy, because he actually got it right as well. Even BitBoy knew what was going to happen yesterday. Where is it? This is quite funny. Fed will rise. It's probably baked in. We'll see a dump leading into the announcement, and then a recovery right after, followed by a slow slide. And that's exactly what we had, which is insane. And someone just posted that in the Discord, and I thought that was quite funny. But hey, he posted his way after I posted mine. So I had the idea first, right? So looking back at we've already looked back. Looking forward to the rest of the day. Let's just take a moment to have a look at where we are. So as a range, okay, we do have quite a decent little range here, which you could mark your lows, and you could mark these highs. What we have not yet had is, I'm going to remove this POC because we've already done that one. Shiba and Killzil Grinder. It wouldn't surprise me if BitBoy's here. We do have some other people. We've got certain other influencers that are part of the crew, that are actual full-time members of the crew. Not full-time members of the crew, because they are in the crew, and they have been learning. There are some other influences there. Influencers, and other people. Pop notes. Okay, this is cleaned up a little. Elon, yeah, exactly. Elon's the one. Elon's the one that's in the crew. No, but there are a couple of other people, and I think that's quite nice. I think that's quite a compliment that we do have other influencers and people within the crew that are learning from us, and they may share their ideas out there, but it's fine for me. Ham Wizard, yeah. Why have you not joined the crew yet? Hey? Why have you not joined the crew yet? And that goes for everybody else here. If you haven't joined the crew yet, then I mean, I don't really know what you're waiting for. Because if you're new here, we'll do this right now. And then we will actually do some proper TA and stuff. This is just a Luke stream. My mind goes from here to 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 here. And I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time. So, yeah. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are not new to the channel, but you're not yet in the crew, then what are you waiting for? Do go and check out tauruscrypto.com. Okay, this can give you a ton more information about the crew. So we do every single day. We do live trading. We trade the markets every day, and we are looking at every single move. Every time Bitcoin moves, either myself or another member of staff will be covering it. And we are all professional traders who are here. So if you want help from people who really understand the markets, we're not going to say we are the best traders in the world, but we are all profitable traders. And even other members within the crew themselves, like, we've got an amazing community, and there's so many people I could shout out, like, to so many people within the crew themselves who are really, really, really solid traders. And we're there always looking at the charts. There's a load of educational material. Okay, we've got educational material that covers everything from order flow to harmonics to Elliott waves, a little bit of stuff about psychology, and we've got tons more to come. Okay, we've got these playbook strategies, which are just really nice. So these are a little bit more for, maybe more for people who are not really ready for looking at like full kind of order flow kind of stuff. But if you want just simple trading strategies that you can trade, that have statistically backed advantages and edges over the market, we've got playbook strategies there. We got tons of resources. We share our setups, we share our trades. We focus on low risk, high reward. Okay, so we're looking at getting like nice entries, and there have been many times, like I'll go over a trade yesterday, for example, a Litecoin trade where we were looking at Litecoin during the trading room, and we could see that it pumped. Okay, we could see that it pumped, and we could see that it was going to give a really nice short opportunity. Let me just go back onto this while I do that, because again, like my brain does, back and forth like a crazy thing. Litecoin here. Okay, so we were looking at this trade yesterday on Litecoin, and this will be low time frames. But there is a temptation when you see a pump like this to start shorting everything, okay, because it's still very likely that Litecoin is going to go back down here to $55. But when you see a pump like this, so many people will get caught shorting all of this, right? But what we were looking for, and this is why we do this stuff live, we could see that we were still in bullish market structure. We were coming up, and we were like, you know what, even after you broke that, just be patient, okay? Just wait for the highs to be taken, because you can see when you start to see this kind of price action take place, you don't want to be that guy that takes a short here thinking, oh, we got bearish divergences forming, we got loads of people longing into this or anything like that, and then getting stopped. You don't want to be that guy, or that girl. So we were looking at this, and then we were just like, just wait for the SFP, because it's going to happen. We don't know, like, obviously, but I was very confident that as we were watching this, yes, there is a really good opportunity to short this, but wait for the SFP. Wait for the SFP. There's been no change of market structure. You are probably going to come up and take these highs, and that's exactly what it did. And I managed to catch, like, literally, like, right up there at the highs. I mean, I'm still holding this position because I did take profit once, and then just kind of allowed the rest to run. But $62.82 is my entry. So I'm short from here. Now, yes, we did come back above here, but what we had, and this was the actual trade then, is you go from a local uptrend, making highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Then you get the SFP of the high, which gives you a very high probability short, and then you break market structure, and then actually that led to a really nice move down, which if you are short from here, right, and having had an SFP of the highs, you've got an invalidation, so literally short from there, I have zero risk on this basically, and you can ride it down all the way down to here. And for me, it was just a case of taking profit back. Like, well, I took profit when I went out, but you come into the golden pocket here, you break structure. At the very least, even if you took profit here, or you closed out of the trade there, you've got a 19R trade there, because there's like just not really any risk involved, like literally nothing. So that takes us back to the focus for our setups, which is on low risk, high reward. We want to be taking only like the ones that look really good. I don't like all this, okay, I'm going to enter a trade here and hopefully it will play out. This is why we look at the market, and yeah, that's the kind of trades that we like to take. And yeah, we're looking at order flow, we're looking at the low time frames, it's not, I'm not saying you have to trade based on that, because you could very easily be scaling into short position here on Litecoin. You can see there's bearish divergences playing out. You're probably going to go lower. If you had got short here and you're doing a wide stop, it's okay. It's a different style of trading. But if we're here and we're day trading and we're looking at the charts, we may as well just wait for the, oh my God, the bearish divergences. We may as well just wait for the good setups. Anyway, New York has just opened, so gap down. Bitcoin has just taken out the daily open, and on the S&P, all right. So let's look at, okay, let's just watch this. We have gap there. There's not really any kind of, this is what I was saying earlier, the problem is, the trouble with the S&P right now, we don't have structural support as such here. It's a bit of a mess. I would say if you're looking at S&P proper as it's opening, potentially a move there could save you, or if not, you're going to come down into the gap. But what we do have on the futures and on the ES is there's a little bit more going on here. Okay, so you do have this being more outside of New York hours. It's a difficult one. It's a little bit in no man's land, this. So do we do some fibs? Are we around the 0.5 maybe? Close. What can you really read into this? It's like, let's actually extend that to a daily order block. With a, it's a mess. So many gaps all over this chart. I'll mark a monthly level on here. Yeah, this one's a mess, but futures is better. Okay. Jock joined crew 4 weeks ago. Best trade I ever made. Thank you very much. Thank you. I am. That's very nice to hear. Who wanted me to have a look at Ethereum? So let me just, okay, so Matteo, you want thoughts on the DXY? I'll do that in just a second. Ethereum, how do you define such a tight stop loss on the LTC short? It's just very simple, okay? Because you're trading low time frames and you have an SFP, that gives you an invalidation. All right. So here being your high, and this is the very very basic way of doing it. And again, this is a playbook strategy of ours. So if you want to understand just in simple terms how we trade swing failure patterns off of this, wick above, close below. Okay, and that is honestly as simple as that. Sometimes that's all you need. Okay, the 1 minute being the lowest time frame that you're really looking at, wick above, close below, it can be enough. Now you can use order flow to increase your hit rate. So there are things that we look for within that wick that give us more confidence on a particular setup, and we could have a look at that if you guys want to in a minute. I didn't use that. I just, for altcoins, it's very simple: wick above, close below a level that initiates the trade, and then you get a stop loss. Your stop is above the high of that particular wick. So what you can do is aim for, you can either wait for the close and then you aim for entries within the wick with a stop loss below, but then sometimes it runs away from you, and like in this occasion it did. Or you can wait for the close and mark it in as soon as that happens. Or if you're a little bit of a crazy aggressive ape like myself, take the trade as it takes the high, because the probabilities are there that you are going to SFP, especially when it's something as nuts as it has been recently. So you've got to understand which one to take, because it's not always going to happen. Like, there will be occasions on certain assets where you just do that and you just keep on flying. But for something like Litecoin, I just felt confident in it. I just was like, I'm shorting it. Done. Like, literally, that was it. And it played out really well. So, yeah. Let's have a look back at the DXY. So this is what we're looking at on here. So I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to add on another channel. So we have a bit of a battle going on. Okay. We do have a bit of a battle going on right here, because for the first time in quite a while, we have started to see signs that this is looking a little exhausted. All right. And we've had high, low, lower high, lower low. Okay. Now we have done that before. All right. High, low, lower high, lower low. But on this occasion, you are seeing this as more of a structural shift in where's the moderators? Get out! We are seeing this as maybe potentially there we go, as more of a structural shift potentially. Now I don't know at this stage whether, if we're going to reject, I would like to see it reject here. If it doesn't, honestly, I'm looking up towards that yearly level, and that is going to be quite painful. Okay, we're looking at 116 off of this. Equal highs up here, take them, come back down, maybe, but this is a dollar index. It's not traded like your average asset. So I'd like to see it reject here. Obviously, I would like to see it reject here. But yeah, I guess that's it. Greg, of course, it is on FTX, but I mean, FTX they're going to have literally nothing to do with what the DXY does, is it? So on trading the FTX on trading the DXY on FTX is basically just placing a bet on. It's like basically like an options trade, right? Because they're not actually going to have an effect. So, yeah. What we can look at as a bit more of an example is what the euro dollar is doing. Okay, so whatever is going on with the euro, you're likely going to get the inverse reaction on the DXY, because, I mean, the majority of volume that the DXY is calculated from is the euro. Okay, so it is the euro dollar that is giving you most of the volume. So from from what the euro is doing, it's also just a little bit it is a bit difficult on this one as well. There's not a lot here because you've come back in, and I guess because you had such an impulsive, you just didn't have chance to enter there. If it can hold within this wick, this isn't something that I would. Yeah, it's not a strategy I like. I prefer to look for lows to be taken and for stops to be taken. But I guess you do have a good wick in there, and building divergences into that. Could it hold above and never take those lows? Because you're looking at this basically as being just almost like a V-shaped recovery. We have seen instances where things like this have happened in the past, but yeah, I don't know about it. You got equal lows down there, then you come into this one, which is also just equally as V-shapey back up again. Difficult. You've got the 1-to-1 on like the inverse pool here. So the fact that we hit, let's stick with this just for a second. I know this is Forex and we are not really Forex people, but we did hit the 1-to-1 from the uptrend on the way up, okay? And we're pretty much there for the inverse pull on the way back down. Bitcoin's moving up. Nice. Let me go back to Bitcoin in a second. Yeah, it might be support. it might be. It might be support. From a technical standpoint, you kind of, it's not the best, but it might work. It might just work. GBP, on the other hand, actually looks like it's coming into a really nice area. GBP looks actually quite good. This is what I prefer to see, where you do have a clear little level down here. Now that just comes into this from a 4-hour time frame is actually rather nice. Rather nice. So GBP potentially has a little bit more going for it at this point. Tom's dying, a bounced off monthly pivot. It's pivots though, right? I don't get how a pivot is like. I don't get how you can trade pivots. they're good for understanding take profit levels, but and understanding where the market's likely to move towards. I've never liked pivots. I guess the thing with a pivot is it just gives you a level on the chart that you have no technical reason for being there. You don't really know why it's there. It's just there. It just exists. So why even, if you're trading if you have a trading strategy based off of pivots, why do you need to really like know what's going on? Because you don't actually know what's going on. It doesn't tell you anything. It's just a fucking pivot there, right? It's literally so you may as well just chill out and spend all day on the beach and just wait for the pivot, because you don't know what it is. I like to trade stuff I understand, and I don't understand the pivots. So maybe people can school me on that. Maybe there is a reason why they exist. But for me, it's just nonsense. Yeah? Sorry, Randall. I know you love a pivot. I think so. I chat shit about some stuff on here. correlation does not equal causation. So maybe pivots do have a relatively good hit rate for trading through them. Okay, so let's say this is my opinion, and my opinion is as valid as no one's. I don't know. Let's say you've got a pivot here, or you've got a bunch of pivots. Sorry, this might annoy some people. I don't know. Let's say you've got a bunch of pivots. From my experience with them, you have a good hit rate of price moving through them like this, right? But how do you trade off of them? So for me, it's correlation. Yes, you've got a high hit rate, not causation. So they don't actually affect the market. They just work because they're probably calculated in a way that it's like anything. The market, more often than not, is balanced. So I could place a random line in the middle of a range, and the chances are it's going to get hit. Little Jerome Powell could come along here, and you could go, all right, cool, I'm going to place a pivot right here. Probably going to get hit. If the market's balanced, it's going to get hit. Because that's what you do. You just trade like this. Sorry. That was really like off topic, but I'm an opinionated piece of shit. So allow it. You guys shouldn't get me on a rant. Where's your yesterday POC? Can I remember it off the top of my head? 20,000 for... No, let me have a look at it. I'm just going to have a look at it. Oh, how did I forget that? 20,420. 20,400. Which is going to be significant. Okay, so if there is a move up there, we can see that we've already rejected around about it once. So, yeah. Oh, don't get me started on fibs that aren't fibs as well. Please. Do not get me started on those. If you get me started on fibs that aren't fibs, oh look, I'm gonna take a trade from the 0.668 on that's close to something. The 674 fib. I don't know. The 0.41973 fib. And I'm gonna make it seem like it's an actual strategy. I haven't looked at matic yet, no. Stephen, is anyone looking at pivots though? Do people actually trade off of pivots? For me, I don't know. Like I'm kind of ignorant to it because I don't really know what they are, and I've never used them. So I'm kind of ignorant towards pivots. But really, does anyone trade off of them? So are they going to be are they going to be valid? The golden pocket works because there is, I mean, it's one of the first things you do. All right. Pivots for me have always just seemed like nonsense. There's so many things you could trade. Why would you choose a pivot? No more talk about pivots. I'm banning that from my vocabulary for the rest of this stream. I am not going to mention it again. Give it a catchy name. I'll make up a random indicator that gives you a random line, and I'll call it the yeah, something. Sue, yeah, going over. All right, we're going to do this quickly. So these are what we're looking for. So if we fail to reclaim the Monday low at this stage, which is really what I'm looking for. So right now, you could still see this as a larger deviation outside of our weekly range for the moment. Okay, so if we can get back inside the Monday low and we can start to hold it on this occasion, which it failed to do earlier on, I do think a move up towards 20,400 is very likely. What we do have above that is quite a nice midpoint of the channel. Okay, so just looking at this as a whole range, and there's a decent enough 15-minute order block down there. So 15-minute time frame is quite nice. So if we do get that move, I would be looking for a move up towards 40,200 would be amazing. That would be nice. Let's move up towards 40,200, please. But no, I'd look for a move towards 20,400 and coming in potentially into that that 15-minute OB that we do have up there. So 20,004 to 20,005 as being significant resistance. And then you could look to trade that back down, and you're just kind of keeping on with the range at the moment. But that is only if we start to hold above this this Monday low again, because it's really, really quite important. If we do fail here and we do start to revisit these lows for like the third time, okay, I've already scalped along. It's been nice. You've taken profit twice off of it off daily open. If it comes and takes the lows again, cool. At this stage, I'm probably looking at all of these lows being taken, and then you're looking at this as a larger deviation down at the bottom here. So let's come down. Maybe we can get a move into 19,800, which has some decent confluence at that point. Okay, so there is decent confluence at 19,800, and then you could look at that as a bigger move down before potentially wanting to get into any longs again here. So as I said, I'm in that short anyway, that's just from up here, 20,830 or something like that. So I'm short from the highs. I'm not really taking anything off of that at this stage. Still holding that in case of more downside. But this is we're at the lows of the range. It's the time that you want to be looking for those long positions. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. And that kind of goes across the whole market. So you go back to the S&P and you've got a similar situation. Look, we're coming into a little bit of decent support down here, and the dollar is at resistance. So yes. Enough on these markets. Let me just set some alerts in case we have anything that happens. So if we do come down and take the lows again, and if we do come and test Monday lows, Harry, where's the support on ES come from? Honestly, not a lot. Like 1 hour order block. That's like it. Nasdaq's dying. I haven't checked the Nasdaq. That might give us a little bit more. Q. Nasdaq's okay here. Here's some wishful thinking for everyone. You often come and test it a few times. It's okay. You often test it a few times. So wouldn't that be great? I'm not going to go over the whole doom and gloom scenario stuff, because we're all well aware of that. We're all well aware that if we're not putting in a low here, we've got another 50% more downside to come. So yay. Do what we want to call that? We want to call it. Hey, if we lose this support, we're going down here, guys. We're going down here, guys. So, oh, or do you want me to call it, or do you want me to call this the macro low? Do you want me to call out this one as we're going down there, or shall I call this the macro low? What do we want? Is the bottom in? That's not the daily level either. Tilted, you're selling your house if you go there. I mean, I'm probably losing the house at this stage if we go there. I've got quite a lot tied up in assets around where we are at the moment, so I don't particularly want to be holding them for another 50% drawdown. So you might sell the house and buy everything. I'm gonna lose the house. No, I'm not that overexposed yet. We've hit a daily level on the Nasdaq. Make of that what you will. Possibility of the 786 on that. Oh right, because yeah, this hit the 618, right? Yeah. So 886 looks better. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. We will see. Shall we take a look at some alts? And let me just check the chat, see if there's anything I missed. Greg, why are you not interested in the monthly level at 19.4? I am interested in that. But that's like 2 levels away still for me. Yeah. I'm trying at the moment to keep my chart really clean for streaming purposes. That's an interesting one as well. But it ends up, whoa. Monthly. Yeah, absolutely. Scrap that weekly, don't care. Yeah, I mean that's a long way down, right? A long way down. So there's going to be plenty to trade before you get there. I would personally look for a bounce off of this before thinking about moving down towards that monthly or that daily level at the lows there. The issue with that is, okay, so let's just go, we'll zoom some more. And we're going to look at, let's do this on Coinbase. Oh no, I've got other stuff drawn there. Let's do it on Inverse. So for now, okay, you're holding, depending on whether you're extending that over, but from the range that we're in before, we are holding above value area, which is okay. All right. If you do start to get caught within this range, the problem with a move down to 19,400 or to that POC that's a little bit lower, the problem if we do get caught into that, yeah, you may get a bounce, but I would then automatically look to short that, like as soon as you get back up to where that value area high is. So you just don't want to start getting messing around with it. Yes, we could dip into it really quickly, hold above, and you're still okay. That would be all right. That's reasonable. But if you do come down to 19.4, I would then be like, cool, that is a great short. And then you're looking at 17k. So that's where it becomes tricky, because unless you are like looking for serious downside, you don't really want to be going back into there. So yeah, we'll yeah. On the flip side, I mean, it looks terrible. It looks really terrible. Like, it looks like it did back here, where you kind of do this section of the chart and you're just gonna completely fall apart, which is why I'm still holding a short position. But when it's this low with the local range, you got to be looking at some longs. You've got to at least be trying them out and trying those SFP and things like that. Young Super, I think it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, if you want lower prices, hey, there's nothing wrong with lower prices. Corn Farmer, SPX is shitting the bed. Good. Good. Is it going to come in? There we go. It's doing it into support, and that's the important thing. Like the only support. And even this is like average at best as a support level. So we'll see. I mean, yeah, average at best as a support here. Let's see if it can hold, great. If not, we know it's blech. Altcoins then, while we're at it. Everything was looking so green this morning, wasn't it? Actually, alts are still kind of green on the day. FTM. Wow. I haven't traded this for a long time. Anyway, yeah, altcoins. Do we want to have a quick look at those? Because we've got alerts on Bitcoin. If it comes and takes the lows again, then we'll go and have a look back at it. Don't say that word again. I'm not. I've banned what the NQ has just bounced off of. I'm not saying it. Doge. RSR or ENS. Okay, yeah, we can have a look at those. FTM was news based. Cool. Ah, okay. A LinkedIn profile picture. Is the market really that pathetic that it pumps off of a LinkedIn profile picture? Who uses LinkedIn? God. He's the is he the founder of FTM as well then? Or I know he's CRV and so I mean, if he's back, then what? CRV will be pumping, FTM will be pumping, YFI will be pumping. Are they all? No? Or is it here? Why just FTM? Maybe I'm getting the wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong person. I thought he's the guy that does CRV and YFI and those as well. Or is he the... I can't remember. Him holding FTM Lego. Right, that would explain it. Thank you. That's, yeah, my ignorance again. Oh my god, what were we supposed to be looking at? Doge, RSR, ENS. Okay, cool. Doge. The dogecoin. I took the long yesterday, took profit off of that. That was the path I wanted to see it take. I wanted to see it come and take the lows. It's actually holding quite nicely here since then. So, I honestly think that this could start to make the structure that you're starting to form here around this POC, if it can hold, this is the support. So if it can hold, extend within here, that's what we had identified as support. I took that long position, done, and still just holding the rest of it. This actually looks okay here. So I think there's a lot of people trying to short Doge to back down to where it came from. And I think that is a risky play always with Doge. It's like shorting it is always a bit of a risk. It's nice when you get the SFPs, all of these kind of things again, that's okay. But to short it around here, to me, is tough. So, yeah, I'd like to see it go higher, because it's the kind of thing, like, it's a risk to short it here for sure. As much as I would love to see it coming down and take those lows. I'm also riding a ton of spot, because how can you be in a bear market without stacking? Stack the dogecoin. Stack it as high as you can, because at some point it's going to pay off for you. Go into a bear market and just stack it when it comes down low. You can't do it anymore. If you've missed the opportunity, then it's gone. But you get these kind of opportunities on Doge, get a bag, because at some point you're going to get rewarded. And we're like 3x up already. Yeah. So 300% up on a, yeah. Yeah, actually, how come we've like barely got any likes here? Come on, guys. 100 likes, please. We need to get this up to 100 likes. If you're interested to find high volatility assets on the go, Scalp Scanner is fantastic for it. I have heard of that. I haven't checked it for a long time. Scalp Scanner. Do you want to have a look at Scalp Scanner? I'm sure, I think I've... Scalp Scanner. Trading. Crypto. Oh, Scalper Scanner. Scalper Scanner. Scalp Scanner. Ah, yes, I have seen this before. I have seen this before. Here it is. Oh, and this is good because it gives you all the volume in USD, which is much better, obviously, than TradingView, because Mask. People are asking about Mask. I've never heard of Mask. What is it? Is this a thing that's like another Twitter thing? Because there was one, like Binance made like a Twitter index, didn't they? And was Mask one of those? Yeah, I did the same. I was like, Scalp Scanner? What's going on? Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's the crew website again. Maybe we should stick to the crew website until we've hit 100 likes. Here's the deal. 100 likes or one purchase of crew membership. Someone's got to go on and buy crew membership, and then we can get back to work. We can get back to the stream. If we can't get it to 100 likes, we're going to stay on this screen until the little alert goes that someone's joined the crew. Who's going to do it? Who's going to take one for the team? Join the crew. Join the team. Make the best investment in yourself today. Do it. Give you a crew promo. No. We've just gone through like a massive promo, so no. If you missed out on that, it's your own stupid fault. There's Black Friday coming up anyway, but Who knows? I don't like Black Friday, but yeah. Oh, we've got someone on the website. We're at 93 likes. We're getting close. 94 likes. Oh, what's going to win? Is someone going to get crew membership? Is someone going to take that leap of faith? Or are we going to hit 100 likes? What do we get first? $99 likes. Oh no, we're gonna. Oh, damn it. The likes won. The likes won. That's a shame. I was hoping for some good news then for the crew. I was hoping for some. Yeah. Right. I keep. How many times have people asked? Has somebody asked for? Matic has been asked about. RSR has been asked about. ENS has been asked about. RSR. Let's do that. RSR I quite like. Okay, so very simple. I've been accumulating here. I've been accumulating at like this 6 cents to 65 cents. No, 0.06 to 0.65 cents. You got the POC down here. You got a decent daily level, which is kind of acting as a low of the range. Okay, just from back here, looking at that, it's just holding like as a zone, and you're bringing in some good volume. Okay, so this is an area that I'm looking at on RSR. There's not too much more. I don't think it's quite ready yet, but what I like about this is the volume. Going sideways and seeing volume there. So I like that about it. And yeah, that's what I like about it. From a technical perspective, locally, you're kind of doing the right thing. So you have a big break with high volume. You're coming back in. You've filled in all the inefficiencies. You've done everything that it needs to do. And you're starting, maybe, noob analysis time, inverse head and shoulders, possibly. Okay, we could see this curve back up, and then maybe you'll get the other noob analysis time going on, and you might go from a nice inverse head and shoulders, and you might cup and handle it, and then you might go pumpy out of there like this. So often it looks constructive. It does look constructive at this point, and having seen this volume coming in, I think it could be a decent play. This is why it's part of the spot portfolio that I've got. So I'm doing the challenge portfolio, and this is part of it. So this is like the most recent addition. So I like it. I like it here. ENS as well. I think that's another. I don't know what kind of volume you're getting off of this right now. Oh, that's a detailed chart for something that I haven't traded for like ever. Gotta look more locally. This is the problem when you've already had quite a bit of a bounce here, right? Like, yeah, you've got decent equal lows that have been taken. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 maybe. It has done it before. It's done it twice before. So this whole trend, you've gone range, equal lows, take lows, pump. So range, break out of it, equal lows, take them, move up. Here, more locally. What's this? Taking highs? Oh, Monday high, Monday low. Cool. Let's go back to Bitcoin in just a second. That's Monday low. Awesome. Happy. This is what we need to reclaim to go back up higher. Hey, if this long sticks, because I've taken profit on it already. If this long sticks, this is a good old Twitter clout long. $20,025, getting the low of the day. That's a good Twitter clout long, that one. I'll keep hold of that. Anyway, it's done it like a few times. So you got equal lows, break, and then equal lows again, break. I can't really say much more on this. So you've come into the value area high of the range. You're maintaining an uptrend on ENS. It looks decent. Holding the POC. I just don't like to initiate new stuff when it's already kind of up here. Like what would be amazing for me would be take a long from down here. If it starts to fall apart, that's when there's opportunity. The opportunity for a short's gone. But if it were to fall down and take out these lows and come and retest this, that would be great. That would be really, really nice. But it's a long way off me being interested in that. Where are we? We're not looking at the 80% yet. We're way off of that for now. You'd have to clear. The problem is the value area low and the previous day point of control are right next to each other. So to actually try and trade an 80% setup today is going to be almost impossible. For the actual reward you're going to get out of that, you can position yourself long anticipating it, taking profit at the value area high. But to actually trade that as that setup, it's tough. Yeah, basically impossible. The market's so congested and crammed right now that those aren't the type of things you want to be looking for. But hey, look, if this can hold, I'm not saying you're probably not going to hold it initially. It's going to take some time to work on this. So move around for a little bit, see if it can just support itself around that Monday low. See if we can start building a bit more of a move up here. So, I mean, Chris, I'd hardly say crypto's pumping. It's just about recovered the move that it had earlier on. So, and so yeah, look. So is the S&P. You're back to that, whatever that is, level. Oh, that's the lows. It's just because it's blue. I'm like, monthly level, really? Why is there a monthly level there? But it's not. Yeah, similar case with the S&P. If it can get back above here, starts to hold, it's looking okay. It suddenly starts to look a lot better. But for now, this is potentially just a bearish backtest. So, and look, we came into support. We're backtesting it. Nasdaq, you're okay. You're okay-ish. DXY, resistance. Okay, we tapped into it. Wait and see. I just think for me it's a little bit too long to be looking to short. Yeah, where is our PD val? Up here. Yeah, it's 20,350. What are we looking like on? Yeah. If we pull a range from yesterday, where are we at? Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, recovering quite well. SFP London highs. Yeah, where are they? Over here. London high is previous day value area low, so that could be something. That could be pretty good. So you could get that rejection off of there. So if we can get a move into previous day value area low and SFP off of London highs, take that back in to the POC, at least back into the POC. We've got our daily point of control here as well. So this is from earlier on, slightly higher. I mean, that would be really nice. And then you can look to just come back into here a little bit. So you've got stuff. Yeah, if we can get that just a little bit of a push to take out the London highs into previous day value area low, take that back at least into this POC. Maybe that gives us something. And then you're looking at more of a range forming in here, right? So you could go for, let's just try and move up, take out this, then you can come back in, take those lows, and then you've got a bit of more of a range here. Because then we can test back. Yeah, it's obviously really, really early days for this session or this idea, but something along those lines could play out quite nicely. Yeah. Okay, all right, I'm going to wrap up this stream now because I've been talking for a long time again. And I don't like talking for a long time. I get tired. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining. Algo did the thing thingy-majiggy. Yeah, I don't really know what else to look at. Yeah, I think we're kind of done. I think we are done. I know I've missed some things that people wanted to talk about, so apologies for that. I can't cover everything. Matic was on there, right? Okay, yeah, I'm on Matic now. Top of the range here. So this is something I'd drawn previously. Local SFP of highs. You've already rejected from it though. The thing is, if you miss a short, like you've missed it. So I can't say that this is trade on. Yeah, we've just had a short opportunity from it. I mean, it keeps just coming back in and filling these impulsive moves up. So you could take it back to like 88 cents, but it's gone, really. Like that trade is kind of gone. I don't like to get into it afterwards because you just don't know. And then you've got highs up here from like high time frame levels. There's a lack of them. So I mean, realistically, if it can break out here, you'd be looking at a move up towards like $1.20, but that's just, there's not too much more that I can do on that than that, really, without taking a closer look. But yeah, I kind of like what we've got here with this little range idea, just from that initial move, and it seems to be quite well respected. So I moved back into the POC, but even then, again, you kind of, there's better opportunities to trade. If you caught the SFP of the highs, then you can trade that back into the POC. Nice. So that's a short from like 98. Yeah, around about 98 cents into 88 cents, but you're already at 94, so most of that trade's already played out. I wouldn't feel comfortable in taking a long from there because, again, like, honestly, I'd rather take longs like if price comes down here somewhere. So yeah. Luxury's here just as I'm wrapping up. Good to see you. Okay, yeah, cool. we are done. We are done. Finished. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. And oh, so you've been listening. You just came in to agree. Was it agreeing on the matic idea? Hopefully. Anyway, have a good day. Have a good day. I need to actually get off of this and stop talking. Bye, everybody. See you later.